The circular, or the two of them? Yes.
Welcome back.
Well, we were unsuccessful in capturing it in the last video, so hopefully we can do it this one. I just can't sit outside all day and watch this thing. I think we need to refill it. Yeah, they've already gotten a bunch. Oh, there's a little bit left in there, not much. What they do is they climb up in here and then pull it like that and dump it all out. So if I can time it just right, I should have a squirrel sticking his upper half of his body up in there, and it'll look like a little half squirrel, half toy horse running around. I don't know. I thought it was funny. Apparently some other people don't, but that's okay. We all have different types of humor. I'm easily amused. Can't take life too seriously. So we're gonna put this in there, and hopefully we'll be able to capture it this week. We'll see. All right, episode 20. Here we go. We got 3 orders going out, and before we get to these, I just want to throw this question out there. What do you guys like about reselling? Not that you want to hear it, but I'm going to share it anyway. One of the things I like about reselling is we find new stuff all the time. It's not the same day in and day out type job where it's just monotonous and you just repeat the process over and over. We actually get to do a little bit of different stuff. You know, sometimes it's estate sales, sometimes it's thrift stores and estate sales, sometimes garage sales, sometimes it's a deal online, and we get to see new items all the time, right? It's not all the same clothes or something like that. I don't know. But this is what we got going out today. So the first thing we got is Ric Flair from 1985. He's a little worn, you know, he's been played with for sure, but he sold for $7.20 and buyer pays shipping on it, and his body otherwise is in pretty good condition. So there you go, Ric Flair. I'm not going to do the woo. And then we also have this Donald Duck Disney pin. If you remember from watching the old videos, in case you're new, go back and watch the old videos, but I picked up 2 of these. Let me get this out of here. 2 of these trading pin things. The other one was different. I already sold the bag for like 35 bucks, but they were filled with pins. And this one is from the first bag that we've been working on, and this is what's left over from it. I think that's the only thing else we got left to list. But this sold for 10 bucks. Buyer pays shipping. So if you've been paying attention to the videos, we're in the profit on that first bag for sure. And I don't know, I got a good feeling about this one. Like, I mean, it's loaded with pins. There's like, and they all have their little cards. That seems to be helping with the sales. So yeah, and there's a whole bunch of new ones right there too. And then finally, we got Scorpius Rex from Jurassic World. He works, he'll make a noise, right? Rawr. Does his eyes light up? Oh, no. Okay. And then he sold for $24, buyer pays shipping. So that is everything we got going out today. We're going to come back in a minute and I'll tell you about this, and then we'll go to the thrift stores. All right, so we picked up this Harley-Davidson shirt in our last video at that one garage sale with all the crystal animals and the NASCAR shirts. And I just saw this, the Santa Claus. I thought it was cool, and I know people like Harley-Davidson. And then I think I made a comment in the video about 3D emblem or something that sounded familiar. Well, I finally decided to look it up, and people are asking like up to like $300 for a shirt like this. And I think it has to do with the 3D emblem, because that's what's mentioned in all these. Now this one's really faded, and unfortunately it's a long sleeve. So I don't know. I did see a sales comp for a short sleeve shirt just like this with a 3D emblem tag, and I think it sold for like $200. So I don't know, or close to it anyway. But there's a lot of people out there trying to ask, you know, a wide range. It's usually like $100+ to $300 for these. So I don't know if we're going to get that, but we can certainly try. I don't know what I'm going to list it at. It's in pretty good condition. It's faded. It's old. You know, it's from, what is it, 1990? Yeah, 1990 right there. And as far as I can tell, it's not dry rotted. It doesn't, yeah, it's definitely not dry rotted. I didn't see any holes or any major stains on this. We'll throw it in the wash and then, I don't know, try to get like $200 for it maybe. I don't know. But there you go. That's something to keep an eye out for sure. 3D emblem. You can kind of see it. This tag's really faded. But 3D emblem Harley shirts. And we're going to go to thrift stores now. Okay, so it wasn't $200. It was $350 for a t-shirt. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. And that's a more recent sale too. And here's some of the ones that haven't sold. They're listed, but you get $400, $350, like $275 right there. And it's not just eBay; it's the same on Poshmark and Macari and all those other ones. When I find some on there, I think I did find one that it was a T-shirt, and somebody was asking $28, but you couldn't really see the tag, so I don't know if it was a 3D emblem. It might have just been a reprint or something. But anyway, there you go. Keep an eye out for 3D emblem Harley-Davidson, especially Santa shirts. Oh, there's some new games. We're gonna go through these. All right, so we're gonna grab Turtles. That's not complete, unfortunately. At least, pretty sure, yeah. And then we got the Hulk and Spider-Man 2 greatest hits. Those are the decent ones out here. They're not really worth a whole ton of money, but around $15. And then we're just gonna grab these ones. These are probably like $10 games, but they're complete. So we got Lego Star Wars 2, Greatest Hits, Battlefront, and Splashdown. And we're gonna leave a couple of the other ones behind because they're just not complete and really not worth that much. But, well, we got some PS2 games today. And this is one other reason that I like reselling, because you never know what you're gonna find. It's always something new every day. It's definitely fun. I only found this Dragon Ball guy. It's only $1.99. I think we're gonna pick him up. Not really seeing anything else. $21.52 for 6 games and Dragon Ball guy. All right, we're at the half off store. This isn't half off, but it's a cactus antenna thing. $5. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how much this sells for. All right, we're gonna get us some 2000 sealed My First Dixie Cups thing for $4. All right, I found another cactus thing in this area. The pastor said he was looking at these beans. He didn't even see it. Snooze, you lose. All right, it was $15.09 for the 2 cactus antenna things and the Dixie Cups. And we're back from the thrift stores. We spent a total of $36.61, and that was pretty fun. This is why I like reselling, man, because you never know what's going to bring you profit. It's always interesting to see what people are willing to pay for some stuff sometimes. But we got the first up, the My First Dixie Cups, brand new sealed. This is from like 2000, I believe, or 2001. I think it says 2000 down in this bottom right corner. But a little bit of profit in that. Who would have known that old Dixie Cups would be worth something? And then we also have the video games, and then the Dragon Ball Z guy. I don't know, we'll probably get close to 20 for this, I would think, because just his body alone, I saw comp without the head sold for like $10. So I would assume with his head he's worth a little bit more. And then the comp we put up there was a best offer somebody had took, but they were originally asking $20 plus $11 in shipping. So we're going to shoot for just 20 altogether, and that should give us a little bit of profit on that, because we only paid $1.99 for this guy. He's really cheap. And then the surprise of the day, these cactuses. We'll throw comps up there in the corner for you. We got one with pink sunglasses and one with green. And most recent sale was yesterday, and so that's the comp we threw up. But can you believe this? These things sell for that much? And we paid $5 for this, for each one. Told the pastor he needs to go back and make sure that somebody didn't drop off a whole case of these, because he might be able to pick some up. He lives closer to the thrift store than I do and can get there a little more often than I can. But if we get everything we're asking for these things, the expected profits we're looking at is about $88.24. And most of that is coming from these silly little cactuses. So there you go. That's everything for today. Just poked my head out here, saw the squirrel over there. He's gonna stick his head up in there. He's just looking at me right now. You can do it, squirrel. I have faith in you. I've been sitting out here for like 20 minutes waiting. Oh, he's thinking about it. Oh, they don't stick their head in there. They're just knocking it around like a piñata. This is another reason I like reselling. I can sit out here for as long as I want and wait for a squirrel to stick its head in a horse's head. Ooh. Do it, do it, do it. He doesn't like get his head fully up in that yet. Come on. Oh, you little butthead. Another one decided to join. And then went around behind the tree. Get your head up in there. I think. Oh, there's a little bit more in there. Oh. They just knock it around like a piñata. I guess our squirrels are too smart to stick their head up in there. Maybe he'll jump on that thing and go for a swing. Oh, there's still some in there. Oh, here comes another squirrel. I see it. Maybe he'll stick his head up in there. Yeah, we got a Squirrel! We did it! Alright, it's Thursday morning. We got 5 items going out today. So first thing we got is a Disney trading pin from the first case that we've been selling pins from. Still haven't got around to listing other than just 2 out of that one. But sold for $7, buyer pays shipping on that. We have 2 patches going out to the same person. They spent a total of $18 on these. We've got the last of the Minnie Mouse glow-in-the-dark pumpkin loungefly wallets. And then finally, we have a Popeye coloring book. I think this was from an estate sale. I don't remember, but sold for $7, buyer pays shipping. And that is everything going out today. We are going to an estate sale. I wasn't sure if I was going to go to one or not, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to go because this one has a lot of video games in the pictures. And we showed up way late and we're still second person in line. So there we go. All right, check this house out. This place looks cool. Definitely be fun to go through it. Another reason I like reselling. Look at that. We're in.
Yes. In the basement.
Here we go. Go downstairs.
Are you looking for anything, sir? The game's Squirrel here. The games are over here. I guess here the prices on most of the things are here. What were you looking for?
Couches. The circular. Are there 2 of them?
Yes.
My wife's on a path for it.
This is one of the boxes that's supposed to snow.
All right. We sat there at the games for a little bit. We're going to go downstairs and see what's down here. The pastor went down here. We'll give you a tour of this house. Bunch of clothes. And this place is packed. Command systems. Check it out. Grab this. I found 2 up there. Well, that one's not even in there. That's not even part of it. We're going to have to check all these. $5. May do this. in. 25. $4,000. Blu-rays, DVDs. At a time. All right. I'm gonna scope out the rest of the place. Oh, I didn't even go back there.
There's a theater there.
Check this out. Cool. What's in here? This place is huge. Look this up. Go upstairs. Haven't checked this out yet. Not worth it. No. Bunch of hats that I know nothing about. More hats. Cool. Huge walk-in closet. Not interested. Oh, sorry. Pulling security again, huh? I know, right? I went up into the main bedroom because it has that little tower thing. There's like two teenager kids hanging out
Like
on their computers.
oh,
So I'm guessing they lived here or something. I don't know.
Another garage?
Or lived here. We're downstairs now. Ooh. Ooh, what'd you find? Should I close the door so nobody else knows there's stuff back here?
Huh?
Should I close that door so nobody else knows there's
Yeah.
stuff back here? Golf clubs.
I don't know, I was working my way back and when I saw these, I don't know what the heck they are.
Alright. Well, Pastor found some golf clubs. Let's go see what else we can find. 10,000 square foot home.
And then what you do.
Are you upstairs or downstairs? Okay, I'm coming upstairs.
Mm-hmm. Nice little office. We'll check out the kitchen here in a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Sorry about that.
Is that all hand sanitizer?
Yep, there's hand sanitizer, dispensers,
Yeah, there's
wipes.
even wipes up over here. There's some single ones. There's dispensers.
Gym wipes, everything.
Yeah, we
That's
got it
crazy.
all. You're saying if you own a restaurant or a gym or anything, it would be like the place to be, right?
Right.
A school.
It's almost like COVID over.
It's
Over prep.
exactly it. Yeah.
A BB gun. Feels like it's in there. Look at all this. There's like just tons of hand sanitizer and dispensers. Jeez. Ooh, an old Mustang. Right? Or no, what is that? Corvette? Chevy something? Alright. This is the corner of the garage. There's the entrance. This double bay here is like filled with like hand sanitizer stuff. Just tons of it. Yeah, like these little dispensers. Along with tons of refills. That's crazy. Alright, kitchen time. This place is massive. Alright, now we gotta do the double take of stuff.
She says anything
Back downstairs, double check through things. And we're gonna turn the camera off and look through all these movies and see what we can find.
I can go over with you. We can just look. I can tell you. I'll bring it down.
Alright, so the pastor and I are going through our stuff, making sure, double checking the games are in there. Found an old Care Bear earlier, didn't capture it, but he's letting me take this PS Slim, the white one, for the controller, and then I don't know if he's gonna look through the games and see if he wants any of these or not. But these, we got nothing in them. So I'm not buying this, that's for sure, unless I want to just get rid of the case. All right, here's the passer's hall. I was upstairs, he went downstairs, and we were second and third in the line for this place, and these are pretty good prices for these controllers. $5, $8. And then some like DS holders, and you also got some of these cool cases for $6. That's cool. Bunch of controllers and a whole bunch of baseballs. All right, well, we thought we were done here, and found this part. All kinds of stuff. Beats. Fine. Don't feel like it's in here. Nope.
Did you go in the other garage?
Yeah, where all the...
I think he's a Perel dealer.
I thought maybe they just got scared with COVID and loaded up.
I was like, this is where it went.
Oh, stuff in this house. I don't know if you guys can see it, but look, minimum bid $10K for Jaws signed stuff. And then you got like Peanuts and The Shining. All right, I didn't come out here, but this is the backyard. I already paid for my stuff, so just figured I'd show this to you.
I saw also all this is available, and then
There's
around
like a
the corner,
pool,
there's
hot tub,
about past the pool house, I saw
koi pond over here, it looks like.
Yeah, thank you.
Or what used to be a cool pond. Koi pond, sorry. Wonder if there's any fish in there. Ooh, I don't think anything's living in that. And there's a chipping green up there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Back of the house. Pretty cool. I went on a tour of the backyard real quick.
Told you.
Check this place out. Okay, we're back from that big mansion with all the video games, and I'll show you everything I got here in a minute, but just wanted to bring this up real quick. You may remember the last video that we went to that garage sale, picked up these Corningware casserole dishes. Is that what you call these? And we spent like $10 at that garage sale. And I can't remember what else we got there. We got these and something else. I don't remember what it was. But I thought my wife might like them, which she did. She likes them. But the problem is she tested them out and it worked fine and everything. We just don't have the room to store stuff like this, she said. She said it wasn't any easier to clean than the stuff she's already got. So she said, since we don't got the room, go ahead and sell them. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to list these real quick, and then we'll bust out all the games and controllers and other stuff on there and show you what we got. All right, and here's everything we picked up at that big estate sale. We found this. They only charged us $1 for this old Care Bear, and it's pretty clean. The only thing with it is the tag is really faded, and of course the little heart on the butt is worn off a little bit, but this is an old 80s one. And then we also got all these games and a couple controllers, and then the passer passed on this PS2 Slim, this white one, and so we grabbed it. He said, "Do you want it?" We said sure, and then we got the remote to go with it, and hopefully it works because there's no returns at the estate sales. But we'll go over all these. I'll just show you everything real quick. So we'll start with this. So we got a partially new, and the reason I say that is because the plastic's coming off, but it's new. Mario Party DS on DS. It's just, I don't know, for whatever reason, halfway opened. And then we got Wipeout on Wii U, brand new. And then Crisis 3 on PS3, brand new from that place. And they had a ton of games. I was trying to, I wanted to get a Pokemon one, but it was like mixed somewhere else. I don't know. Some other guy got it. I was like, "Where'd you find it?" He's like, "It was away from all the DS games. It was like over here on the other section." Then we got a Mario Party DS opened, Kirby Superstar Ultra, Godzilla Unleashed. I don't know how you pronounce it. Bangai. I don't know. Super Mario Bros. The new one. New Super Mario Bros. Turtles Arcade. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. And then this was empty, but they gave it to us for, I think, like a couple bucks. Oh, and I'm pretty sure I have a loose game of that. And then for the Wii games, we got Turtle Smash Up. We got 2 Mario Karts. I found that one Wii game that had the Mario Kart in there, and one of these had some weird disc in there, but we put the Mario Kart in there. And then for PS2, we got Spider-Man Web of Shadows, Ghostbusters, Monster Lab, Rumble Racing, and these are all complete. And then this one, the pastor and I saw this at a garage sale a couple of videos ago. I think I caught it on there, but they wanted like $20 for it. This place only had it for $10, so definitely grabbed it. Then Hulk, the Incredible, Spider-Man, Friend or Foe. And then for 360 games, we got Red Faction, Armageddon, Mercenaries 2, World in Flames, SmackDown vs. Raw 11, Forza 2, and then Eat Lead. And then PS3, we got Spider-Man Edge of Time. And I'm pretty sure this is complete. Oh, I think almost all these were complete. Because I was double checking to make sure the discs were in there and everything was in there. Oh, and then we got Sonic Colors on DS. And then the controller, we got an Xbox One controller. We've got a red PS controller, PS2 DualShock, or PS3 DualShock 3 controller. And that is everything we got. We paid just a little over $300 for everything on there. And we used our business tax ID, and we didn't have to pay tax on any of this. Oh yeah, and found this in a box down there, and they only charged me 50 cents for the dongle. So sweet. And that's for the, if you don't know, that's for the Tony Hawk skateboard thing. But we've got the skateboard. We didn't have a dongle, but now we do. Anyway, that's everything we picked up at the estate sale. Friday morning, and here's what we got going out today. So we got another one of these Spider-Man Armor Mark 1 figures, silver looking one. We got a little Grogu Mandalorian going out, Black Series. Mafia 2 on 360, Nickelodeon character, Loungefly wallet. You can kind of see some of them in there, Ren and Stimpy and Rugrats. Hey Arnold. We got another set of multi-passes going out to somebody, and a Lego Hot Dog Man keychain. And that is everything going out this morning. At Goodwill, didn't find any games or anything. This is only $8.99. Have to look this up. Sony Mega Boost port, huh? Alright, well, we found this 97 Beetleborgs figure, and it's $1.60. No weapon. I think it's supposed to have a weapon. So we're gonna look around a little bit more. And I also did find these PS5 controllers for $5. We may do these, I don't know. Alright, so I found this $3, brand new Thomas the Train Talking James, and then these Imaginext. I believe they're from 2012, but you got the Joker and Harley Quinn, and then Superman and Wonder Woman. So we're definitely grabbing those, and I think we're going to put these back. Then we'll get this figure. Look around a little bit more, make sure there's nothing else around here. Alright, so I keep finding stuff. Found this ERTL Peterbilt truck with a tractor on there. Brand new, $3. And then usually these are empty. I decided to check it. There's a ton of Pokemon cards in here, so I'll skim through these real quick. I don't know much about Pokemon, but it's only $4 for this whole tin. Alright, so I'll just drop that. So we got this Animal Crossing calendar thing, brand new, $1.99. And I think we're just gonna take a risk on this. There's too many in there to go through. Well, we're gonna grab this Playmobil thing, brand new, $1.99, and $1.99 for this Friends Lego thing. Somebody dropped off a whole bunch of new stuff. Alright, I don't know if I caught this on camera very good with the mic, but we're gonna get this Captain America Imaginext thing. Has a motorcycle, it's $5. Like the motorcycle's over there. We got Batman and Robin. We're gonna pay for these separately because we're giving these to a friend, and then we decided to go ahead and get the PS5 controller. Alright, $41.56 for everything except for the Batman and Robin thing, because we're paid for separately. Yeah, we're at the Half Off store and they're playing music super loud. Not really see anything yet, nothing over about the video games and stuff. But we'll check through stuff. Some old radios. How much they want for something like this? $10. We'll check it out in a minute. Alright, at this price. I was like, alright, I might do this, but double checked it. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna mess with that. How much is it? $3. Oh wow. Too bad that's super dirty. Let's see what else they got. We're at the Half Off store in case you weren't aware of that. A lot of stuff up here though. We gotta look through all these bags. Alright, just found one of these. $4. Pretty good shape. I don't see any more of these other figures around, but we're gonna look. $4.31 for Bo Peep. Alright, so you guys may remember there was an estate sale on this side of the street. I don't remember which house it was, but the same company is having another one a couple weeks later at a house right across the street. Alright, we are at the second day of the sale. It's 25% off. We didn't come yesterday because we went to that big one. Brand new. What year is this from? 99. We'll look it up. Look at the hairstyles. Alright, so I think we're gonna grab these playing cards. This one's brand new, sealed, never opened. This one was opened, but these are Desert Storm 2, whatever you want to call it, but that's Iraq Most Wanted playing cards. And then you can kind of see some different comps here. $21.95 for pre-owned. Yeah, this one's brand new. So this is this room. First room I went to. Already found a couple things. Probably should have brought a bag. That's cool. Alright, looking in the kitchen. I have no idea about some of this stuff. Holy cow. Are these worth anything? It's a ton of plates. My grandparents had a bunch of plates hanging on their walls. They weren't all eagles, so these are all like eagles. Nobody at this estate sale today. It's supposed to be 3 to 7 inches of snow. Too bad the pastor's not here. He might like this. Pretty empty place. They must have got cleared out yesterday. Bailey's sign. More eagles. Empty room. I think that's it. We'll have to check out the garage. Okay, we are back from the thrift stores. We spent a total of $45.87 at the thrift stores this morning. And the Bandai figure, we couldn't find a comp specifically for this specific figure. We saw other ones out there that were selling for like 20. This one we saw a bunch listed, but couldn't find anyone sold for this specific one. So I don't know what we're going to get for this. We only paid $1.60 for it. It's from 97. I think he's supposed to have a weapon, but he's in pretty good condition. So I don't know, maybe 15 bucks. And then same thing with Bo Peep. Couldn't find a specific sell for this one, but it was only like $1.99 or $2.99. I can't remember. But there was a sales comp for one similar to it. She has a dress on. It's the same company, and it says Ultra Detail Figure on it. And I think it sold for like 25 or 30 bucks. So I don't know, maybe 20 bucks for this. And then the Pokemon cards, we sorted them out a little bit, just as far as facing them all the same direction. Then we'll have to go through them all. And there were a couple holograms in there, so I don't know if really this is gonna make a whole lot of money or not. I might just sell it a garage sale, but I figured $4 was worth the gamble. I don't know a whole lot about Pokemon cards, and there's like unused stickers and a notepad and some other stuff underneath all that. So I don't know. We'll see. Too bad the tin is not like in perfect condition. That might be worth $4, but. And then the same thing with this, right? Couldn't find a sales comp specifically exactly like this one. The one that we showed you was just for the car and the motorcycle. It didn't have the missiles or Captain America. So we may be able to pull a little bit more money out of this than the comp that we showed you. Then we got the Animal Crossing calendar, the Lego Friends, Playmobil fairies, some Imaginext superhero figures. And then we couldn't find a sales comp specifically for this model. The one we threw up there doesn't have this little crest on there. It looks very similar, right? It's pretty much the same thing. The only difference is this one has like the crest, castle crest on it. There was one listed out there, but none sold that I could find anyway. So I don't know. We'll see. And then the comp we gave you for this was for a used one. This one's brand new, so hopefully we'll pull a little bit more money out of this. And then the PS5 controllers. I'm glad we picked these up because the comp we showed you was, I believe, what, $24? But there's sales comps out there for, and that was for a parts one, parts only. So we just assumed that these are for parts only. We haven't tested them out yet. We'll take these home and test them out. But there's a bunch out there, sales comps for parts only PS5 white controllers that are selling for like $30 on average, and some a little bit more than that. And that's everything we picked up from the thrift stores. We're expecting a profit of $84.41, but that could be more because the comps that we showed you, didn't show the Captain America with all the missiles, and this one's brand new. The one we showed you was used, and these three items back here are not included in that expected profit. So whatever we get off of those is a bonus. And then we went to that estate sale, and if there's any veterans in here watching the show, you may remember these old most wanted Iraq cards. So, and I haven't looked through here to see if they're all here on this one, but this one has never been opened. So that brought back some memories. That was pretty cool to see. And then we also have Monopoly Junior from 1999, brand new, never opened. So this thing's what, 25 years old now? Just crazy to think of. That 99 was that long ago? That's nuts. That's officially vintage, right? So anyway, that's everything we got today. Saturday morning, and we have 7 orders going out today. And the first one we're going to show you is one of these antenna cactus things we just picked up. So this is the one with pink sunglasses. The other one has green. But I think we're asking $42 for these, and we took best offer on this one for $30. So don't want to sit on those forever. We'll take profit when we can get it. And then we also have a Deadpool challenge coin from Loot Crate. That's what's in there. We have Loungefly Steelers wallet, Loungefly Dr. Seuss Christmas wallet. We have this Godzilla, giant Godzilla thing that sold for $30. And then the Spider-Man monster truck. I don't remember what year this is from, but it sold for $10, probably pay shipping. And then finally, this Taco Bell terracotta taco server thing in the box. It's from like 98 or something like that. And it sold for, what did it sell for? $18 buyer pays shipping on that. And I believe we picked that up from the half off store, if I remember correctly. I don't know. It's been a few videos back. But that's everything going out today. All right, we're at the half off store. Look what I found. Woohoo! I don't know if it's in there though. Yay, it's in there. I'll check it out, make sure it's in good condition. $4. I don't think pink is half off today. No, it's not. All right, found this. It's only $2.99, and I think it's half off today. But I gotta find a screwdriver because that battery compartment looks bowed, so it may be corroded really bad. I think we're good to give this one a try. This doesn't look corroded at all. All right, I don't think I picked it up, but I found this Laserdisc movie for $1. And we spent a total of $7.01 for the Laserdisc, Wii, and Frozen Piggy Bank thing. All right, well, we're at Goodwill, and I saw this Thundercat. This looks like an old one. I'll have to look at it more carefully. So, oh yeah, look at that. That's an old Snarf on there. That's cool. How much is this bag? $3. I'm totally getting this. And then I was looking up these aftermarket PS2 controllers. We'll see. And this is another reason I like reselling, because you find cool old stuff. Now these are not like in the best of conditions, but it's still super cool to find old Thundercats and stuff like this. They want $30 for it. I think I'm gonna plug it in and see if there's a game in there. I don't know if we'll get it though, it's pretty dirty. Alright, let's see if there's anything in this. Well, power's on. I don't think there's anything in here. Come on, man. Reselling's awesome. $1.99. I don't know if it's worth it or not. That's cool. Alright, it was $36 and I think 70 cents for all this. You get the Thundercats, the Ghostbusters one, and the PS3. And we are back from the thrift stores. We spent a total of $43.71 on all this, including the PS3, which is getting reformatted right now. So it works. We're happy to see that for sure. It just needs a good cleaning. It's really dusty. And I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to keep the Thundercat stuff or not. I used to watch this cartoon a long time ago. They're pretty cool. I mean, they've definitely been played with. So it's our first time finding these guys in the wild. And I just thought it was super cool. And then we got the Wii Sports. That was a good pickup for $4. Pascal, the little jewelry box thing, he works. And as well as the Ghostbuster thing. This works too. This is pretty neat. But we'll definitely try to sell these and that. And then this is undecided. So if we threw up comps for this anyway, just in case we do decide to sell it. So if we get what the comps say as far as asking price goes, the profits we're looking at would be about $80.82, and then this stuff will just go in a garage sale or get redonated or whatever. But that is everything today. And I forgot to show this to you. This is the Laserdisc I ended up picking up for $1. I've been busy listening to the other stuff, and I was like, hey, this is still in the car. Truly, Madly, Deeply. It's the bad guy from Harry Potter or Die Hard, whatever his name is, Alan Rickman. There you go. All right, it's Monday morning, and we have 13 items going out, I think, today. And first off, we've got one of the pin sets from that first bag of pins that we started listing stuff for. This sold for $25. And it's, I don't know if you can see that, but that's like a quarter of the price we paid for that whole bag. And then He-Man Meteor Orbs. This is the crocodile one. It sold for $23.44. And then we also have Animal Kingdom pin from that first bag. Sold for $8.99. And we still only pulled out 2 from that one bag. We need to get more of those listed. And then we also sold 2 of these. So you got that one down there, and then this one right here. Spider-Man Mark 1 armor suits going out. We got Gundam Force on GBA. I don't remember. I want to say a few dollars. $19 for that one. Sims 3 on Wii. And then Dawn of Discovery sold for $12. I think these are on sale on our store. And then this is a Poshmark order. It's a Loungefly Fox and the Hound wallet. You can't really see it because of all the stuff on there, but it's Fox and the Hound. And then we also sold these Nickelodeon characters Loungefly wallets. somebody bought 2 of those from us, and they said they want to buy more if they can get a deal. But I mean, it's already on clearance right now because we just put a whole bunch of stuff. Anything that's over a year old on our store is like at 33% off or something like that. And then these, you're not going to really be able to see them, but they're the lids to the Corningware set that we bought at that one garage sale where we paid $10 for everything. Well, they had extra lids too, so we sold 2 lids and at $14.99 a piece plus buyer pay shipping. So our money's back there. We're already in the profit just selling those lids. And then that is everything going out today. Tuesday morning, and we have 4 orders going out. And the first one we got is this lot of Linkables animals. And if you watch this channel, normally we pick these up for like anywhere from $3 to $5, maybe $6 sometimes. But I think there's 4 in there, and it sold for $60. Is it 4? Yeah, it's 4. Yeah, and it sold for $60 for all these. So you got like the narwhal and the koala and the llama, and I forgot what the other thing is in there. But anyway, made some money on that. And then we also have Dr. Ock from Spider-Man. You can kind of see him in there with his little arms and everything. And that sold for $18. And then this didn't sell for very much. They're out the door like $10, but it's SWAT Global Strike Team on PS2 complete. And then a postcard from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Ohio. I don't know when this was taken, but this sold for $8. Took best offer on that. So there you go. That's everything today. All right. He said there's a few up here. All right, man. We'll see you. Let's see Zelda. Ooh, Mario Kart. I'll double check some of these Wii Fits. All right. So we're gonna grab NCAA Football 09 on PS2 because there's the 10 disc in there as well. So, and then these ones, the Zelda's complete, Mario Kart's just a disc, but we're gonna grab these. All right, found a Furby for $3. We're gonna grab those. All right, we're gonna grab this bender thing. I just looked it up, $6, but we're gonna grab it. Looks complete. $16.52 with the discount today. All right, we're at the half off store. Not really finding anything. We'll go check the cases up front and see what they got. And we're back from the thrift stores. If you're enjoying these videos and seeing me pick up all this junk and never getting all of it listed, then we definitely appreciate if you hit like and subscribe.
Don't just view it, do it.
We spent a total of $16.52 at Goodwill today. We didn't get nothing at the half off store, but that's all right. I think Goodwill panned out for us pretty good today. So we got a Furby, and we also have Zelda Twilight Princess complete with manual. And then we also have The Last Airbender plug and play game. This thing is in pretty good condition. I'm sure this is going to work. It'll be fun to test it out on that right there. And then we got Mario Kart without the manual, but we'll take it because it's only $2.99 for these at Goodwill. And then we also picked up NCAA Football 2009. Normally we wouldn't pick this up alone by itself, but it was complete and it came with a bonus disc, so that made it worth it. If we get everything, if we get what we are expecting to ask for this on eBay, then the profits should be about $60 on it. And that is everything for this week. And I still, I know I've said this in the past that I'm going to clean that up, but well, yeah, it's not cleaned up yet. We definitely appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you next time.
In the woods where whispers hide, a Scorched gallops far and wide. Half a squirrel and half a steed, guiding hearts in times of need. Oh, Scorched with your bushy mane, trotting through the buyer's lane, saving deals from certain doom, clearing out the clouds of gloom. When the market's looking grim and chances teeter on the rim, Scorched appears with knowing eyes, turning losses into pride. acorns in your stride. Wisdom only you provide. You know when to hold or flee. A mythical guarantee. When the market's looking grim and chances teeter on the rim, Scorched appears with knowing eyes, turning losses into prize, clicking hooves and fluffy tail. Through the chaos you prevail. Resellers cheer your noise.